How are all of you beautiful people doing today? Welcome to part 60 of Final Fantasy XIV Shadowbringers. While we're getting ready for Endwalker, it is time for Death Unto Dawn. And I want to say again, thank you for Yoshi P and the devs with all their hard work and everything they've been doing literally at home, and just everything's been, crazy. Big thanks to them, and a big thanks to all of you for over 200 subscribers. I know I said that last video, but still, it's absolutely crazy. Like, it's fucking insane. For vengeance. The restrainment node stands poised to lend a hand, figuratively speaking. Guiding user to terminal. This way, please. You know what time it is? Let's see. According to the terminal, the central control system is presently employing software version 56.135. Dare I ask which version you are employing? Why, software version 42.002, of course. Warning, errors detected in the data management system. Estimated time required for update is 5 years. Jesus. 1 day. That is rather longer than we were hoping. Aren't there any other options? For instance, using this terminal to operate Tiamat's restraints instead. The proposed method is indeed an option. Please be warned, however, that the procedure may have changed as a result of the system update, and my instructions may no longer be accurate. Well, I can't imagine it will have changed all that much. As long as we pay due attention to any discrepancies, I dare say we shall be able to muddle our way through it. I said middle for some reason. Don't bother trying to explain. Just tell me if we've made any progress. I would say so, yes. It does, however, require that I remain here to operate the terminal. I shall inform you via link pearl once I am ready to release the shackles. It might be best if you left the spirit vessel with me. I may yet have use for it. Rest assured I will be certain to return it to Heyo once this is over. Alright. Be safe. Just a little more work, and Tiamat will be free. But before we go any further, there's something I would know. When Tiamat and her kin fought against the Allegan Empire, both sides were but dancing to the tune of the Ascian. And it was the same in Ishgard, where they stoked the fires of conflict between man and dragon from the shadows. All that the Ascians touch turns to ash, and thus have you made it your mission to fight them. But there have been times when you try to reach out to them instead, to find common ground. And so I must ask, what do you intend to do with Fandaniel? Will you try and reach out to him too? God damn, that middle one! Oh shit! Both of these are fucking brutal, dude! Both of these are great! I'm gonna say them. I will try, yes. And if that fails, I'll remember him. Certainly, after I've wiped the smile off his face. You know that one's there because we fucking hate Asahi, right? Enemy or no, I want to understand him. But did he not tell you that he was beyond reason? If he wishes to die, I say we oblige him. Of course he does. But perhaps that's the difference between you and me. You see the good in people, even if it be but the faintest glimmer. I only hope you do not come to rue your benevolence. You think us unwise for viewing the world thus? Far from it. That has ever been your way, as I learned when we journeyed together with Iceheart. Yet the fact remains that there are some who view compassion as weakness to be exploited. And there may come a time when you extend the hand of friendship only to wish that you had dealt the killing blow. I do agree though, but I also agree more with trying to... See, I'm in that line of like trying to understand them, and if they, can't be reasoned with and or stopped if they're like violent, like protecting your loved ones, So, save your mercy for those who deserve it. I understand. Well, we should be getting back to our task. If Alphano has things in hand here, I suggest we rejoin the others. Alright. Estinian told me all is well, but nothing more. Honestly, it's like getting blood out of a stone with him. I take it from Alphino's absence that he's needed elsewhere? Yeah, he's gonna be using the restraints himself. Fixing... unclenching? Well, that sounds rather frustrating, but you got there in the end. While you were off talking to nodes, Graha and I were learning as much as we could about Tiamat's condition. Our readings confirm that her ethereal balance leans strongly towards the umbral, as was the case with the kobolds. Therefore, all other things being equal, the treatment should work. The difficulty lies in the sheer quantity of ether with which we must contend. Multiple applications of the treatment will inevitably be required if we are to reverse the effects of the tempering completely. Meaning I'll need to gather all the ether I can get. Thank you in advance. Although this endeavor will ask much of us, we do have one reason to be optimistic. Namely that Tiamat shows no signs of fanatical devotion, suggesting a milder case of tempering than that suffered by the kobolds. Tiamat saw Bahamut as an equal rather than a god. Might that have made a difference? Now that you mention it, it very well might. She would not have believed it necessary to defer to his will. But enough talk. It's time to put our theories to the proof. Tell Alphino to disengage the restraints. Restraints ethereal dampers. Ethereal? I'm counting on you, Angelo. Such warmth. The frost that shroudeth my soul doth begin to thaw. But what are these visions of days long forgotten, of war with the men of Alag? Wherefore do such baleful memories return to me now? Could it be the process of restoring her soul to its pre-tempered state is awakening ancient memories? Or might the opposite be true? If so, by helping her to recall the past, we may be able to speed her recovery. Shosov, she trusts you. Speak to her. Ask her to tell you of times past. Tell me of Bahamut and the Asians. Bahamut, my beloved. Would that the peace we found in Mericidia could have lasted for eternity. But alas, it was not to be. The Asians saw to that. In all creation I know of none more wicked. It was at their behest that the men of Alag first came unto Mericidia, unto our home. The tale began when Bahamut and I left our father's side. We took wing in search of a place to make our eyrie. Beyond the southern ocean, we discovered a lush and fertile land. It would come to be known as Mericidia by the children of men, though many years were to pass before they crossed the seas. Babies! Upon our arrival, we were welcomed by the peaceful people of the forest. Kin to the trees. Surrounded by nature's bounty, Bahamut and I had found a place to raise our young. Fascinating. This correlates with the writings of the Shalian scholar, Rurusha. She posits that man first settled on the southern continent towards the end of the Second Astral Era. Correctly, it would appear. Only she were with us to hear the tale from Tiamat herself. Again, Angelo. When first the children of man arrived on our shores, no foot did they set in those places over which we held dominion. Such was their fear of dragonkind, and as they kept their distance, so did we let them be. Yet as the days went by, ship after ship appeared upon the horizon, bearing even more of their brethren, who divided the vast land among themselves. For a time, they knew peace and prosperity. But as their numbers grew, the smaller their share came to seem, and soon they began to covet the territory of their fellows. Ere long, man fought man, blood was answered with blood, and none could see an end to their strife, until one day they came to us. Recognizing our wisdom, they entreated us to intercede in their conflicts. Bahamut agreed, and with him presiding over the affairs of men, the land knew peace once more. Alas, those golden days of harmony too were fated to end, for the men of Alig slew my beloved, and I, in my rage and sorrow, heeded the envenomed words of the Ascians. The rest thou knowest only too well. But your tale doesn't have to end there. When you are free, we'll rid the world of the Ascians together, and you and your beloved will have justice. Fine. Fine sentiments, but you're almost spent. I'll keep watch from above. If the treatment fails, run. Release this baby dragon, let me see it. Ugh. Thanks for the vote of confidence. I swear when this is over. Keep going, Alice, the magic is working. Speak with Alice again, because it's a voice cutscene probably. Well, I knew this wasn't going to be easy. No patient could have prepared me for treating this great worm. But we're close, I can feel it. While I've only got a few more drops of ether left to give. With yours and Graha's, this will work. Then I believe I speak for both of us when I say that you may take as much as you require. Careful, I might hold you to that. Alright, here I go! It's time, baby. Let me see this beautiful dragon, Tiamat, wifey of Bahamut. Baby Hamut. Baby Hamut. Lady Hamut? Tiamat. Baby Hamut is... oh shit. Baby Hamut is when you make Bahamut tiny. I made him bigger. Obviously, because it only affects me and not other players.
No. I'm almost there.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
This is it, Angelo.
I gotta sit a little different in my chair for a minute. I wonder if the eyes are going to change at all, if they're still going to be red. Yes, I feel it. The icon's grip groweth weak.
Did it work?
We won't know for certain until the shackles are removed.
Answer me this, children of man. Can my kindred be saved in like manner?
Many have been subjected to the Allagan's dark arts, their flesh irrevocably altered. For such tortured souls, I fear there can be no salvation.
My children. Should you hearken unto my call, we shall fly together once more. But should you not, I shall grant you peace. That's sad. Better to die than live as a tool of evil. You too would wish this, I know. And I shall do as I must.
When that time comes, you won't be alone. We'll stand by you.
Thou hast my gratitude, little one.
Alphino's ready. It's time. Do it. And let's hope the treatment worked as it should.
It is so crazy to me that we're doing this, dude. Heaven's Ward is so crazy. The whole fucking... I love this. This is probably my favorite game ever made, dude. I love it so much. I'm not saying I agree with every decision they make gameplay change-wise, right? But still. It's cough astrologian cards. Oh, what a beautiful fucking baby! It was just a battle cry, Estinian. She's fine. Bahamut, my beloved. For vengeance and atonement, I rise.
By the gods!
Big, beautiful baby. And that shows I was just like, fuck yeah! That's what I'm doing.
Urianger, your timing could not be better.
Dungeon time?
Understood, we're on our way. It's Bahamut. He's been sighted over Paglth'an.
Oh, dungeon time.
He flies for the largest Amalja settlement in the region, at the head of a vast host, including dragons. Did you hear all that, Alphino? You'd best rejoin your comrades. I'll make my own way. Our enemy awaits. Shall we?
Is he gonna ride the dragon? Oh, hell yeah! Ten out of 10! 10 out of 10! 10 out of 10. Dungeon time. Dungeon time. On the bright side, I can find the NPCs very fast on the PS5. While I'm sure you're desperate to join Estinian and Tiamat in battle, it would be wiser to gather the full strength of the Scions first. The foe we face demands no less. Just like justice! The Flames of War. With Lunar Bahamut bound for Paglth'an, I think that was how it's pronounced, Rahati is determined to call upon the aid of your fellow Scions. Is this gonna be voice? I don't think so, right? Yeah. I have already sent word to the others. We are to rendezvous in Ul'dah at the Hall of Flames. Let us collect Alphino and be on our way. Alright. I'm excited. So very excited. The fact that it's lingering on her cage, though, makes me think something fucking bad's about to happen. That's bad. That's bad. That's foreshadowing, bro. I don't trust it. Do not make me actually go fly up there and get Alfie. Don't do it to me. Oh, thank God. Thank Grid. I feel like I don't even really have to edit this. It's fast. Now I know some of you could do with a rest, but I'm sorry to say that the Telephroi have other plans. Paglth'an is already under siege. Happily, the Immortal Flames arrived just in time to join the defensive effort, with Marshal Turpin at their head. Well now, Given the failure of the peace negotiations, I was uncertain how the Sultanate would respond. It is good to hear that Ul'dah has not abandoned the Amalja. Abandoned them? Did we not profess to be their friends? Lady Tataru? Your Grace. Marshal Tawapin had made provisions for such an exigency and was ready to depart at a moment's notice. All that was required was the agreement of the syndicate, each of whom voted in favor of intervention. Nor is Ul'dah alone in its resolve. The other Alliance nations have likewise dispatched their troops to Paglth'an. Yet even with our combined strength, we shall be sorely tested. For we face not only the might of an Imperial Legion, but Lunar Bahamut and his draconic horde besides. Tiamat's children. Fight as we may, victory is by no means assured. But not all of the omens are grim. Our forces report that despite their proximity to Lunar Bahamut, none of the Amalja show any signs of tempering. Strange. What primal would turn down a chance to claim new thralls? Unless it is incapable of doing so. Primals are not wont to serve a master, Ascian or otherwise. It may well be that Lunar Bahamut differs in some fundamental manner from those we have previously encountered. If that were true, anyone could fight him, and Shosov and others like him wouldn't have to shoulder the burden alone. Be that as it may, Lunar Bahamut remains an incalculably powerful foe, whom our soldiers will struggle to best through mere force of arms. With the aid of the Scions, however, I believe they will fare rather better, assuming, that is, you are ready to take the field. An airship waits to bear you to the front. Pray set forth as soon as you are able. I, meanwhile, shall continue to coordinate our forces. Till next we meet, may the 12 bless and keep you. It was kind of her to speak with us personally. You may be certain she has no shortage of other responsibilities. Well, I for one am inclined to do as her Grace requests. Lest we forget, Arnvold and Fodola are in Paglth'an on reconnaissance. The sooner we save the day, the sooner their chances. Indeed. To the airship, then. Boom. Right? Unless it's gonna make me go to the airship landing? I don't think so, right? It's just gonna be like... Boom. Oh no, it's gonna make me go to the airship landing. Greetings. We've been expecting you. But say the word, and we shall depart for Paglth'an at once. Whom! Paglth'an. Duty Finder updated with a new regular duty. I need to get my NPCs, but I also gotta go to the bathroom. I know not what designs the Telephoroi have on Paglth'an, but I do know they must be stopped for the good of the Amalja and us all. Whether he's here or not, we can be sure Fandaniel is behind this attack, and that makes me doubly determined to see that it fails. By dealing with Lunar Bahamut and his hordes, so too will we render aid to Arnvold and Fodola. Come, let us go. The grasslands of Paglth'an will make for an open battlefield. Many though our enemies are, we will not have to fight against the terrain at least. Like most who have spent time in Ul'dah, I haven't always seen eye to eye with the Amalja, but today I will fight side by side with them in common cause, and hope that none of them remember me. At the cost of his own life did Master Louisoix strike down the primal Bahamut. Whatever the true nature of this new incarnation, it cannot be suffered to threaten this star. Okay, this is who I feel like bringing this time. Alphino for character development. Alice, I have, yeah, we'll do that. I don't know who I brought last, but let's bring these boys. Boys and girls. Boys and girl? Whatever. Bring these precious babies. Paglth'an! Time for the new dungeon! Tiamat, right? Yeah. Ashen vermin, you shall torment my children no longer. Oh, cool. The music's doing neat. I'll see if I can turn the game up maybe a little bit during this part in the editing. I'm a fool. I summoned the wrong summon. Oh god, that achievement thing was huge, dude. Hey, Thancred. Yeah, hopefully in Endwalker, I don't have to worry about queue times, and because I'll have people to play with anyway. It's just that people right now are not like free when I am as well. Damn, the music is dope. Oh, that party list is huge. Hang on, I gotta make that shit smaller. Sorry, the PS5 stuff is kind of like really big. So after this pull right here, the Art of War. Oh no, because I killed an enemy, I'm about to get a million fucking trophies. Maybe I should be careful about Bahamut around Tiamat. She'll just get mad, dude. I don't know if I could blame her. Let me fix this real quick. Okay, sorry. It just seemed really big. I made it smaller. It might still be too big, but at least it's not. And it's also was like placed kind of odd. I didn't get to finish everything, so. Oh, that's one of the babies, huh? Oh shit. I misclicked. I hit energy siphon. I thought I was already out. I'm a fool. Oh wait, is this when they decreased our damage numbers? I don't think so, right? I guess not. I'm just seeing the little numbers first. Music here is super cool though. This lesser Teledragon has some fucking health on him. Yeah, I don't think yeah, okay, the numbers haven't been changed yet. I guess that's for Endwalker, right? Go ahead and set Bahamut back up. Why not? I'm gonna stop DPSing for a second so I can get this back. Whoop! I hit the wrong button. I'm a fool. Sorry, I'm trying to focus. You know how it be. And hence, because I'm recording, I'm gonna forget Death Flare at least once, right? That's what I do in every video. Wait, are we not to the boss yet? Yeah, I'm so not used to doing the trust pulls anymore, but they're so tiny. We gotta try to attack what they're attacking. It'll speed things up at least. Can't be flared. Can't be afraid to throw out my pain flare just to speed things up. Because sometimes, you know, when you're doing high DPS pulls with people, you really don't have to worry about pain flare sometimes. It depends, obviously, on what part of the pull you're in and a bunch of other factors. I definitely fucked up my dots, huh? But sometimes, like, stuff just dies so fast, you might as well hold on to it to get a bunch of festers out on a boss, dude. It's crazy how fucking nice DPS has been. Also, before everything is gonna have the numbers changed, obviously, we're still doing the same, like, percentage damage, right? But I did finally see Octomorn crit for over 80,000 damage. It was 82k. It was like a direct hit crit. I think I was buffed, but it was, I usually can crit for about 78, 79. I was with a Dancer on Expert, and in Matoya's Relic, and it was great. Speaking of that type of stuff, I did get the my first run of Regine. I got the Gabriel Mark III, and I'm very happy about that. What the hell? Rewritten 3 didn't come out. Oh my god, because my pain flare didn't come out. I swear I clicked it, but I might have got distracted by my one thing not coming out. So far this runs and feels great on PS5. I mean, I've been playing my PS4 version on 5, right? But it loads even faster on this, which is great, because I had the PS4 version installed directly. That way I could actually have it load faster. But this is running very good. I had one area where the frame kind of dropped, and it was with Tiamat and all the players and the particle effects around her was kind of making the game go a little cuckoo. I can't wait to see the full pulls here, though. This will be fun. Okay, I can only assume we're about to fight a boss finally, so I'm not going to use these Ruin 4s. Are all the bosses going to be her kids? It'll be kind of sad. Oh, hey, Cobble Boy. Thank you. Oh, what a cool fucking shot, dude. Alright, that means it's boss time. Look cool. Looks neat. Think red. Please, think red. It's fast? Uh-oh. That's what Ali Say said. Critical Rip, is that just a tank buster? Definitely is. It's good to know for my Dark Knight. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Thancred, no, baby. Made me miss my death flare because I'm trying to not get crushed by Thancred. Thancred! Oh, we gotta run back. Okay, we place AoEs and then run back in. Cool, cool, cool. Probably party-wide. Let me do this. Ow, definitely wasn't party-wide. Big Bahamut. Stack? I don't know why. I feel like a stack's coming. Thunder Call. Okay. What's happening? Okay, so there's like a big one. Oh, shit. Okay, I get... Alright, cool. Neat. Thanker, can we stack on each other? Is that okay? Is that allowed to happen? No? Uh-oh. Oh, you gotta bring it to the pillar. Oh, right. Is that what it is? It's the pillars? I definitely forgot I had Phoenix out. I'm trying to do mechanics. I think we bring it to these pillars. I'm trying to do mechanics and I'm fucking up my rotation horribly because I'm trying to learn. Okay, so there's the big one. Is this where I gotta go? Right? Cool. Okay, cool. Neat. I like it. Can't remember if that's the, Ah, yes, I always say the limit break stealer. Damn, my limit break needs to be moved, too. Yeah, some of the stuff due to the UI, high-res UI stuff needs to be moved. But that's about it. Otherwise, most of it was transferred perfectly. I do wish that this song was only used for Senators or final bosses at least. I get it, but I wish. I like this fight a lot, actually. It's definitely a... Oh, shit. First dungeon fight kind of thing, but it's good. It's definitely relying on communication. It's a little bit hard with the NPCs, to be honest. The bright side, I can kind of tell they move so fast that I can, like, just look at where they're going. Oh, I thought that was back. And Kindle Phoenix! Oh my god! I almost got it to crit 80k on video. That was 79. Sick. The Sash of Aiming. Too bad that's not gonna be... Oh god, that's so big. Can I decrease this, please? Oh shit. Okay, I think I decreased it. I can't tell. It still looks really big, though. That's the one thing. Some of the UI elements are huge, and I keep having to desize them. Is that the Azure Dragoon? There he is. What took you so long? I actually don't know if I missed a chest earlier. I'm enthralled with the dungeon right now. Shit looks so cool, dude. So far, I haven't noticed any frame drops on this, which is good. I mean, dungeons and stuff ran fine on PS4, right? But still. Oh, whoa, that was weird. I targeted some dude way far away. Delicious numbers. Sick. I just like using this camera for some flair here and there. I will say this feels super slow. I do apologize for that, but I don't want to sit here and queue forever, and I don't want to. And I actually just went through some people being kind of toxic in Bosnia, so I'm not really in the mood. I'll just do this with players on my own time and expert when I clear Corrin and my brother and Renee, because I'll probably be healing and David can tank. I gotta move my that thing, my dreadworm meter, whatever. I feel like I gotta move it a little. I feel like it's a little too far into my Etherflow stuff. Sick. Sick. Sorry, the shots just look cool as fuck. I can't wait to see the job action stuff, and we're probably going to see it in May, right? What do you guys hope for in your classes, by the way? Let me know in the comments down below. I'm hoping because of that Far Color title we got for the Shadowbringers stuff, that it's actually going to be not what we're expecting, and we'll get some new shit that's not just like primals in the game, though obviously I still want Eggy Glamours, right? I'm talking about like our new big summon or whatever we're going to do. I hope we summon something that's not even of this realm because of that title and all the stuff going on in the side quest about the 13th from the World of Darkness and all that stuff. Did I miss a chest still? Oh, there it is. I'm just blind. It's literally the biggest the chest could be. How high item level is this stuff? 505? Yeah, kind of what everybody figured. Still, that lets me work on some others, like the aiming stuff I can put on my bard. Damn, Sinian just came out of nowhere. Fucked that guy up and then jumped over there. That was cool. Oh, okay. It's gonna kill these things. Basically did. See, that's what I mean. That's the thing that's gonna be a fun strat, right? Can you just pull a shit ton of enemies there and team match like, brr, 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 you know? Wagons? No, hi! Oh, she was saying about how her kid's all fucked up. That's sad. We already kind of knew what we signed up for in that, though. I'm attacking the wrong one. I think. Unless the fucking computer switched on me at the last second. Okay, cool. No, they did not. Yeah, Tiamat, don't pay attention to me and what I did just now. Don't worry about what I'm doing. No, it's so sick, dude. Don't worry about Akmorn from your beloveds, Eggy. Don't mind me. Treasure coffer. I want to see some gear though. I want to look at it. Earring. Ah, that's like the worst thing it could have given me besides casting gear. My tank. And well, I guess the tank is missing some 520 stuff, so I could use something. I mean, this is like an AoE fight, but let me just use... I'm about to summon Phoenix. Cannons? Cannons? Cool. I guess you just gotta pay attention to the cannons. It's more of a tank. It's like a tank positioning thing, I guess. Huh? Oh god. Yeah, this is definitely like a tank thing. Once the wave's clear, striking the enemy's heart. Cool. Cool. I'm assuming it's gonna knock us off. So I death flared early. Oh, that was a mistake. I shouldn't have done that. Oh, this is a healer check. Okay. Come on! Awkward! Oh, what? No, Awkward, no! No! Come out here! Come out here! Come on, come on, come on, come on. I'm clicking. Oh! Yes! I got it out in time. Cast. Okay. Yeah, I should probably actually have Phoenix for this in the future. What? Oh, I get it. No. Oh, fuck. I got fucking... Did I walk through the missiles or did they go off? I get what happened. Now I'm a fool. However, I need to know, for future reference, if I walked through the missiles and blew myself up, or if they happen to go off right when I walked in front of them. All right, we're back up here again. I'll save Phoenix for the ads. Go ahead and ruin forward the fuck out of this thing. And now I know what to do and not run into the missiles like a fool. Go, Alice! Optimize that damage! Took it under 50, and that was without me having a summon out. Other than, you know, the actual Eggy. Hey, Oriante, you want to do AoEs? Thank you. Appreciate you. No, I keep doing that on accident because I'm so focused. I keep thinking I'm so used to like. Okay, so where are the fucking? What? So we do just tank a hit. Oh, they move slowly. I definitely ran into that shit, dude. Yeah, already. You just stand somewhere that lets you get pushed not there, you know. Hey, Thancred, what the fuck? Wrong thing? Okay, there we go. This is a neat fight. I like this a lot, actually. Just in case, I was scared. No more mechanics. All right, Bahamut, we can do this. Tiamat, I didn't say his name. Okay, it's a 41%, but it was limit break. But it was just a level 1 caster limit break. Oh, this thing is super dead. Come on, Bahamut. Come on, Bahamut. On board! Yes! I don't want to risk it. Fester. Yeah! I definitely walked into those missiles. Circlet of casting. Come on, man! At least I can desynthesize it. I just want some gear for my classes that are a little behind. Like, tank is slightly behind, but not much. It's like item level 504 or 505. Now, obviously, that's average. I have the 4, actually, I have 5 510 weapons. Now that I think about it. Nah, I'm not gonna waste this Tri-Disaster. Give me a second. Damn it, dude. I've done that so many times this dungeon because I'm just focused on everything else. I'm not used to the dungeon yet, so I screw up my rotation. Bright side, I've been getting most of my death flares. I think I did miss it earlier, but it's because I was running and panicking. So that's a little different. But what would a Final Fantasy XIV new dungeon video for me be if I didn't forget death flare at least once? It wouldn't be my videos. It's funny too, because I'm actually pretty good at harder content. I'm just like, but like a lot of people, you know, have to see it first and play it and do it. Music here is cool, and I love this shot. Like the tower, the spire anyway. I'm a call unto my children. What the fuck? Oh my god. Quick tongue materia. Dragon? Oh, this is the thing from the trailer. Sick. Oh my god, dude. Oh, that's fucking incredible. Oh, this game does a lot for me. We're almost at the boss then, huh? We about to none, and they got blown up. Oh no. Sacred, please. Tiamat, also please. Way too big. That's so sick. Tiamat, please ignore what I just did. You need to not worry. Ruin 4. That's all I have to say. Ruin for me. Wait, that sounds masochistic. Never mind. Oh, Lunar Bahamut. Oh! Hey, Thancred, what the fuck, dude? Thank you. Thank you, Alphino. Thancred, you can fuck off. Trust boys in this dungeon are not a good thing. Trust tanks in this dungeon, never. I've never had, because like normally they're okay, like they just have to get aggro out like really quick, right? But I've never had them do that shit before, where I'm just like I'm just getting fucked. There's the guy with more health. Let me finish casting this. I made it. Well, they died at like the same time. Final boss. It cannot be Lunar Bahamut, right? I mean, 5.5 is a big thing, but we're not even through it yet. 5.5 doesn't end until the end of May. Holy shit, okay. Final Steps of Faith kind of music. Well, let's go. Ooh, right in the chest. Oh my god, I'm getting like, oh my god. Ooh. No! I don't want Tiamat to die, dude. And Athenian. Oh, Jesus. Lunar Bahamut's just tough and dark and evil. I love it. Oh, shit. Okay. Well, let's do this. Hopefully I don't walk into missiles again. Materia. All right, let's do this. Probably shouldn't use my sprint on a fight I don't know. What a cool... Dude, absorb this. Oh, my God. Atmospheric as fuck, too, considering the circumstances we're all in. Let's go, Thancred. Ow, he spat on me. I wonder if there's gonna be any oh shit, I am a fool. Wonder if there's gonna be any mechanics from Binding Coil. Uh-oh. I wouldn't know because it's been a very, well, not that I wouldn't know, but it's been a very long time, so I won't remember. 85K to video, baby! Thanks, Alphino. Oh, I used Fester right after that shit went down, I guess. Stack on me, friends. Yep. This, I believe, is in the old Bahamut fight, right? I love that screen shake. I don't know how far apart we gotta get. Just, okay, just to separate. Let's go. Gotta watch my feet. Oh, man. Oh, I still can't target him now. Oh, boy. What a waste of Phoenix. Oh, no, I got out. I was gonna say, I missed like all my Phoenix shit. Oh god, I bumped my whole fucking table. Missed all my Phoenix shit except that one thing. That sounds like an AoE. What the? Where do I? Oh shit, I'm gonna die. Oh, I made it out. Okay, I get it though. That's a scare you kind of AoE. The big old fuck you ones. Giga Flare. Uh-oh. How much is it gonna hurt? Oh, Jesus Christ. Do not run away. I just summoned you. Cool. Yeah, you do that. Ow. Damn, was that Ruin 4 I just saw hit for almost 50k? Was probably a direct hit crit. Twisted Scream. Ow. Okay. This is the mechanic, I think, right? Where, like, he's gonna run away, so I can't. How do you actually tell? I need to figure out what you do to tell where to go. Oh, shit. I might be dead. I got out of that one. That one was just like, it spawns in order. That's all. Oh, does it shrink in the middle? Okay, so that just depends on how they spawn. Okay. Lunar Bahamut, I wouldn't mind adding you to my arsenal. I just want something. I love Bahamut, right? It's my favorite thing. Oh shit, I have the thing. I probably should have paid attention to where she went. Okay, that works. I don't know what Flatter is. Let me just do this. Okay, Flatter is a tank buster. Ooh, I got 2 vulnerability stacks. This can hurt. My fault, though. My fault for not doing the mechanic correctly. Oh, it didn't do as much damage to me as I thought it was gonna, to be honest. Still hurt really bad. Don't do that mechanic. Let me get my shit out. Actually, you know what? I'm not gonna risk you doing the mechanic, buddy. Let's just bump these moves up right now. Oh, baby. Ooh. Oh, great. I'm about to get a bunch of trophies again. What a sick fight. I don't remember how much that is of, like, the old Bahamut fight, other than, Akmorn. If I remember correctly, old-ass Akmorn does the same thing as, Alamorn or whatever in Nidhogg, where you have to stay at the stack, right? That was sick. Now how is everything gonna go wrong? I'm very happy I didn't die, considering I definitely panicked. That's just first time mechanics, bruh. Well, not first time mechanics, but me not, like, knowing the mechanic. Hose of striking. Oh, yeah. But I could use that for my samurai. Samurais are one of the ones that are behind. Children of man, the shade of my beloved is no more, and I shall be forever in your debt. 1 second. Sorry. By your deeds are we set free, and free we shall remain as long as I draw breath. Never again shall the dragons of Mericidia hearken to the lies of the Asian. This I vow. Thank you. I'm surprised that Lunar Bahamut's quote-unquote dead, but there's also a chance it can come back. But I do think that was all we saw in the trailers.
The dragons chose their friends well. Long have our peoples waged war, but no more.
Oh, hell yeah. I'm scared of the cliffhanger, though. I also don't know if this should be
Your
2 videos or 3.
Lie beside our own.
I'm gonna look up the patch notes real quick to see how many quests there are.
By our words and deeds shall we honor their sacrifice.
You would make peace with Ulta, then? We would be proud to call you our allies.
The enemy of our enemy is our friend. And you have proven yourselves worthy of our trust. It is the Guardians who are deserving of our fury. I shall see that my brethren learn the truth of this day, and rally as many as possible to the cause, till we meet again.
And thus did we make allies of the Amalja.
So I'm trying to look up the patch notes.
That way. The Sultana will be pleased. Let's go and give her the good news, shall we?
Yeah, we still have to worry about the spires. And Lunar Bahamut might be able to be summoned again, much like any primal, sometime earlier inside the Paglth'an tower. What the fuck? Is that an Amalja? Holy shit. That's some nightmare fuel. Yeah, usually I end these videos after dungeons, right? Because dungeons are long-ish when you do them with do them with NPCs and with all the story stuff. So I need to see how long this is gonna be. Okay, sorry. Like I said, I had to figure out how many quests there were in total.
The gods only know. But you can bet these poor sods aren't here by choice.
Quickly! We've got to get them free!
I don't know if that's a good idea, bro. I get it.
Get back!
Did he kill it on accident?
No. What have I done?
It's too late for them. We're leaving, now.
Is this how, because there was something in the trailer. I don't want to say what it is, but there was something in the trailer. Yep. Lunar Ifrit.
No. No! Don't you dare! We came together and we're leaving together.
Son of a bitch, dude. While it would be too much to hope that we have seen the last of Fandaniel, we have dealt his schemes a telling blow this day, and that alone is cause to celebrate. And celebrate I will, when we have received word of Arenvald's safe return. When the dust settles, Alphino is minded to share his account of the events that unfolded in Paglth'an with the Sultana. Can it be voiced? My poor throat. A little dry in here. Not this part, but the next, the actual part. Standing around here worrying is not going to help matters. Come, we must discuss the day's events with Pippin and her grace. Pippin! Brave scions! Would that I could treat you to a hero's welcome, but I bear urgent news from the frontistery. Your grace. Oh, damn it! He walked on screen, so I thought it was him. Your grace, whatever is the matter? As our troops withdrew from Paglth'an, they came upon the 2 scouts sent to the nearby tower. I've yet to hear a full account, but it seems that one of them, your friend I believe, had been wounded and was being dragged away by the other. Oh no. I must go. Forgive me, your grace. Poor Alphino. He really came out of a shell in Stormblood and particularly in Shadowbringers. Can you tell us aught of Arenvald's condition, your grace? The wounded scout. Not save that it is grave. The Churigans tend to him, even as we speak. Churigans? I forget how to pronounce that. Don't mind me and my lack of culture. The infirmary must be inundated with the wounded. If all of us go, we'll only get underfoot. Shosafastinian, would you mind going after Alphino? He may need some support from someone other than me. Of course. Very well. Thank you. The rest of us will see that the relevant people know what took place in Paglth'an. I don't know I forget if I'm pronouncing that right already. Don't judge me. I'm more concerned with our boy and his boy. Come on then. You know what time it is. The sad version of that. Another one comes to see the lad in silver armor. Master Demiliet. That's a name. Demiliet is attending to him as we speak. If you would be so kind as to wait. What did Master Demiliet say? Tell me his exact words. Enough, Alphino. This isn't helping. But you're right, forgive me. When we said our farewells to Arenvald, I was afraid that something like this might happen, but now that it has, all we can do is wait. If he dies, it's voiced. If it's voiced, he dies. If it's not voiced, he lives. But this looks voiced.
Fordola, have you been waiting here all this time?
Uh-oh. Fordola owes him and he saved her again.
We have done what we can. The rest is up to him.
So he has like a
May we see him?
50-50 chance of living, basically. Like at best.
I do not think that wise. You must let him sleep.
But,
Thank you for bringing him back. He owes you his life. I just wish I had been there. Perhaps, I don't know. Perhaps I could have...
Could have what? Got tempered? Don't flatter yourself. You can't save everyone. No one can. Not even the warrior of bloody light. People die all the time, for no good reason. And those who take up the sword die quicker than most. If you're going to shed a tear every time a soldier falls on the battlefield, you'd best stay away. It's no place for the weak of heart.
It may be that victory cannot be won without cost. But all life is precious, and I refuse to shrug at its loss.
my boy. Voice is all fucked because I'm trying not to cry.
All life is precious.
What a noise.
You need to grow up, little man. Before your sparkling ideals get everyone killed.
You're right. He is idealistic. But the world has more than its fair share of realists, like you and me.
Damn, Asinian defending his
It's
boy.
people like him who dare to dream that things could be better and make it happen against all the odds. They are the ones whose names live on forever. The heroes.
Stop it, I just wiped away tears. It was just one tear each eye. Please stop.
The battlefield's littered with would-be heroes. At this rate, you'll lot be next. And what'll become of your precious dreams then?
I do think part of why she's so mad is because she considers herself worthless, but she was the one that was spared near death. I think that's part of what's going on.
They'll be gone. Like dust on the wind.
Dreams worth fighting for don't die so easily.
Damn, they're setting up for Stinian to be like a big-ass character again. He hasn't talked so much in so long. Oh god, that loaded all those people very fast, to be honest. You saw it. My mouth itches. I know. There's nothing more I can do here. Come, let us rejoin the others. Her Grace invites the Scions of the 7th Dawn to join her in the Fragrant Chamber. Your comrades have already arrived. Will the 3 of you be joining them? We will. Do not give me the cutscene warning. I'll get terrified. I like how literally everybody in my friend group, except for, not to say that my brother doesn't like Astinian, just that the other people in our group are going to much more be excited about having Astinian around all the time. Rachel, Corin, Renee, that's you.
Your Grace, pray forgive us our lateness.
Think not of that. I understand a close comrade of yours was wounded in the line of duty. Arenvold. It was at the Alliance's behest that he risked all, and we are grieved to hear of his condition. Rest assured, he will receive the finest care our chirurgeons can provide.
Chirurgeons.
My word. Now,
Chirurgeons?
we would share with you the findings of the mission. Pippin, pray relate to our guests the details of Fordola's account.
Pippin! Sorry, Pippin is a beautiful boy as well. There's so many beautiful boys and so many beautiful girls. So many beautiful everythings in this game. So many characters I love.
First Bahamut, now Ifrit. Or Lunar Ifrit, as Fandaniel would doubtless have it.
Ifrit? Lunar Ifrit? Lunifrit?
'Tis now all but certain that the towers were conceived to facilitate the summoning of primals by those imprisoned within.
Why are they called lunar? Why are they different?
Is the means by which the Telophoroi constrain the wills of said entities to enact their designs in defiance of the pleas of their victims.
Mayhap they do not. If mere proximity to the towers is enough to make loyal servants of the Empire's mortal enemies, it stands to reason that the same is true for those held captive. They invoke their gods for the good of Garlemald, and in their disturbed state of mind, summon a primal whose form reflects their own alteration.
It all begins to make sense. Upon closer inspection, I realized that the towers bear a striking resemblance to a much larger structure which Urianger and I observed from afar during our visit to the Imperial capital. Assuming it too is capable of tempering those in its immediate vicinity, it would go some way to explain the swiftness with which the Telophoroi managed to rally so many Imperials to their cause.
While the situation in Garlemald is indeed troubling, I fear we have more immediate concerns.
Story of our life!
Ifrit was not the only primal summoned. At approximately the same time, observers at several other towers bore witness to the emergence of further such entities.
Oh, great. Someone who loves Summoner.
For a blessing, none appear to wield aught approaching the destructive power of Bahamut, and the Grand Companies are moving to deal with the threat even as we speak.
For a Summoner fanboy like me, both Summoner of this and like the franchise, I'm happy to see. But as someone who enjoys the characters and the world of this game, oh shit. You need only tell me where they are, Your Grace.
Though we are aware that the task will not be easy, we would call upon the Scions only as a last resort. Pray, conserve your strength for now. After all, it was not so very long ago that you rid us of Bahamut. On which note, I am pleased to
Yes, that was an
report
hour
our
ago.
talks with the Amalja have reached an agreeable conclusion. They have pledged their full support to our cause.
Fuck yeah.
It is our hope that this historic agreement will encourage other tribes to join us at the negotiating table. And I know that I speak for all of the Allied leaders when I say that we will welcome them with open arms at such time as they do. Of course, this was only made possible by the feats of heroism performed at Paglth'an. Moreover, we shall not allow the sacrifices of those fallen in battle to have been made in vain. As hope leads to victory, shall victory lead to a new dawn for Eorzea.
May these words ever be our guide, Your Grace.
I also just enjoy seeing my favorite character on camera.
Now, if you will forgive me, I must consult with the Syndicate on the matter of our new allies' integration. Till next we meet, my friends, I bid you safe travels and blessed respite.
I got the, I think it's, this one is Play Arts Kai of Y'shtola. Kind of scared to move it because it kind of moves around weird. Bring Arts Kai Y'shtola or Play Arts, whichever one. It's great. I love it. Worth it. If you notice her tail wasn't in, by the way, I need to put like a hair dryer to it or something because it's a pain in the ass to get in. Meanwhile, at the Legion of Doom, that's what I thought was about to happen. Right then. Unless anyone has any objections, I think it's about time we return to the Rising Stones. Agreed. And that includes you, Alphino. Arenvald is in good hands here. Of course. He would doubtless mock me for pacing about the infirmary. Let us retire, then, that we might regain our strength and readiness for the coming challenges. If we are all in agreement, then I shall let Kryl know to expect us. A hot bath and a hearty meal shouldn't go beyond arranging with the time available. It will be good to be home. I have some thinking to do. Yes, I'll try asking him. And thank you. I shall look forward to it. Our comrades eagerly await our return. And Kryl in particular has a few matters she is keen to discuss. One of which concerns you, Estinian, believe it or not. You will join us, won't you? Yeah, fucking everybody looks at him. Fine. Really? I thought you said you were avoiding the Baltesian woman. If I refused, she would only pursue me. Let's get this over with, shall we? He's making excuses. Also, you know what time it is? Slightly more energetic and not quite as sad, but still sad. Oh wait, I already had the quest. Never mind. I'm a fool. I was gonna do that. Burby-doo-doo-be-doo-be-doo. Wait, another voice cutscene.
I expect you must all be exhausted. Ere you take your rest, however, I would beg a moment of your time.
I need a haircut.
Thanks to Arenvald's selfless efforts, we may now be confident that we understand the function of the towers. But many questions remain regarding the reason for the summonings and what lurks behind the looming edifice in Garlemald. Until such questions are answered, we will struggle to devise an effective strategy for thwarting the Telophoroi's stated aim. Nothing less than the destruction of this star. And so, given the gravity of the situation, I move that we petition the aid of Sharlayan.
Hi, Renee!
'Tis possible the ancient knowledge preserved within our archives may hide a clue to our enemy's methods. But given Sharlayan's established policy of non-intervention, our former colleagues are not like to aid us in its discovery.
So, is this about to do the Aquaman thing that my brother and I fucking hate? Only the seas concern me. They're gonna destroy the planet, Aquaman. Well, only the seas concern me. That's part of the planet, Aquaman. The seas!
Oh, I well remember what they're like. The Forum's barefaced refusal to assist you in the days prior to the calamity must rank as Sharlayan's most shameful act since the Exodus. But were the final days to be reenacted, it would spell doom for us all. Surely even they cannot turn a blind eye to that. I trust we are all of the same mind on this matter. Urgent as it seemed, I took the liberty of petitioning the Alliance for leave to act as Eorzea's emissary, and have since received their blessing.
Hell yeah!
I presume your role as a student of Baldesion will carry some weight with the Forum?
One can but hope. If truth be told, our organization has been a shadow of its former self ever since the disappearance of the Isle of Val. But the name does still retain some degree of prestige. I only pray it will be enough. If there are no objections, I shall depart for Sharlayan at once. But before I do, I should also mention the other matter to which I would devote some time during my stay. After hearing what transpired in the first, I began to question the true nature of Hydaelyn's blessing.
a topic I have discussed at some length with Y'shtola.
We were wondering, when was the last time Hydaelyn spoke to you directly?
Oh shit, I don't even remember. Directly? I mean, wasn't it near the end of the Dragon Song War? I don't remember. I just have bad memory. I'll just say this. Near the end of the Dragon Song War.
When you regained her blessing, was it not? But never since. Not in all your time in the First, when you faced the Unsundered, the very heart of Zodiark.
History shows us that Hydaelyn is able to awaken the echo in her chosen, convey her will directly, and grant the blessing of light.
Yeah, my tempered.
To our knowledge, however, she has not sought to intervene in man's affairs for some considerable time.
Might not the explanation for that lie with her choice of champion? Mayhap she is content to trust in his judgment.
Thanks, Urianger, Jesus.
Perhaps she is. But following my initial discussion with Kryl, I made inquiries of my own. And as far as I am able to tell, Hydaelyn has not made her will known to anyone.
During my time in the First, the Oracle of Light spoke to me through Reen. But that was not the will of Hydaelyn. It was Minfilia herself.
Indeed. And while she and Hydaelyn were inextricably linked, Minfilia yet acted of her own volition. A messenger, yes, but one who spoke with her own voice.
I wonder, could Hydaelyn's silence suggest the presence of some disruptive force, perhaps? Some obstacle to communication? While I share Urianger's high opinion of your conduct, I see no reason why she would deny you her guidance altogether.
True.
Then again,
yeah, I don't remember if that was
say?
her, if there was anything with the
fact is, we
Crystarium,
simply
to be
don't
honest.
know.
And I had to edit
But
those
if the
videos.
explanation is to be found anywhere, I can think of worse places to look than the archives of Sharlayan, and their research on the Ethereal Sea in particular.
Alphina was very distracted.
Resolved though I am to go, believe me when I say that I take no pleasure in the thought of leaving you a member short. Now, of all times. Estinian, we stand on the eve of a struggle that will decide the fate of this star. One in which we Scions may play a telling part, yet we are but few in number. And so I must ask you again, will you join us?
You see the world the way you want it to be. I see the world the way it is. You are idealistic to a fault. But I know you would never turn your back on those in need. Never close your eyes to their suffering. And somehow, your deeds lend truth to your words, giving the lie to my doubts in so doing. I have seen others draw strength from your belief. In Ishgard, in Alamigo, you inspired them to stand up and fight. To win, no less. And even when you lost those you held dear, you carried their spirit with you and made their memory your guiding light. The burden of so many hopes and dreams would be too heavy for most to bear. But you bear it willingly, as you have shown me. Some dreams are too important to let go. If you have need of my strength, it's yours. After all you've done, how could I refuse?
Thank you, Estinian.
Sorry.
Whatever challenges await us,
Actually,
I shall
happy
not
crying.
falter. You have my word.
You know why? Because I'm a little bitch. But I mean, playing a story that goes on for so long, Gra, you bitch, being cute. Story that goes on for so long will fucking do that to you.
I may bid you farewell. Safe in the knowledge that all is as it should be. In this little corner of the world, at least.
Don't I have another quest after this?
You will be sorely missed. Tread warily in Sharlayan, and do try not to let the Forum embroil you in their politics. A forlorn hope, I know, given the individuals involved.
I shall do my very best. Farewell.
Sorry, my drink was carbonated and it's making me hiccup, and it's weird because I drank it a while ago. Meanwhile, in the Legion of Doom. And let me guess, it's all going according to plan. Yeah, this dickhole loud Zenos, sexy Zenos, needs a new weapon. He's either going to use a scythe or a hammer. I'm telling you right now.
Well, does this one meet with your approval?
Even Fandaniel was sounding kind of tired.
Apparently not. Or could it be that you're still upset about the dragons?
You are unwise to remind me of so costly a failure.
My friend was there, and I didn't even get to fight him.
It will not affect our plans, I trust.
Oh, hardly at all. Though, admittedly, the chances of us being able to procure any more Mericidian dragons are rather slimmer following Tiamat's reappearance. But the seeds have been sown, my lord. We have only to wait for them to quicken.
See, I think that Fandaniel's using Zenos, right? I don't think.
Preparations. Is it safe to assume that you will be ready to control you-know-what?
The hour draws nigh. This nation...
Control what?
...for Ascian ends will finally prove its worth.
Control what?
A mighty empire, now no more than an instrument of this star's destruction. What a pleasure it will be to put it to use. Which brings me back to our earlier topic. My lord, while I appreciate that it is not an easy decision, it really is past time you chose your weapon.
There is one that I have been meaning to test.
I couldn't tell if any of these were hammers.
Not quite what I was expecting, though I will say, it does seem rather apt.
Are they hiding it? Just show us. It's probably because it's related to the new physical DPS. Yeah. So it's got to be related to the new physical DPS if they're not going to show us it. It did make a swing noise, so I wonder if it's a scythe. Because of Reaper or whatever. It would be cool if it was a hammer, bring the Hammer of Darkness, the Hammer of Darkness on the Shield of Light or whatever, remember? The old stuff. But it looks like I'm going to have a busy few moons, not that they ever seem to be anything but. Thancred got me dispatching troops to every corner of the realm, which is not to say I don't trust the Alliance, because I do. But when it comes to putting down primals, nobody does it better than us. Well, than you, lot more accurately. You won't catch me trading blows with a primal in the near future. But for every fell fiend you vanquish, there's countless meals to arrange, baths to fill, sheets to wash, stores to replenish, and the list goes on. Which is where I come in, and gladly, mind you. It's the least I can do to support the scions who risk life and limb like poor Arenvald. I wish there was something we could do for him, but we'll just have to settle for saying that the odd prayer and keeping a roof over our heads. It wouldn't do to have him come back to a complete shambles, now would it? But that's enough of my rambling. Off you go and get some rest. If there are any developments, I promise you'll be the first to know when the dust settles. Wait, that was it? Oh, that was it. I thought we had one more quest. Very good, though. Very good. Thank you, Yoshi P and the team. Very good, very fun. Oh shit, was this not very long? I might have to merge 2 of the video, or the dungeon video, into one. This wasn't as much as I thought. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys thought of 5.5. I guess this is the finale video of this. I thought we had one more quest, but I was wrong. This is actually probably gonna be in part 60. Part 60 will probably just be a longer video overall. But hope you guys are staying safe with everything going on. Love you all. Hope your dreams come true. Down below, there's also a link to the full Final Fantasy XIV playlist and a bunch of other stuff. It's Final Fantasy related. And thank you guys again so much for 200 subscribers. And again, Yoshi P and the team, bravo, and congratulations on constantly, you know, reaching new milestones. The PS5 version is out now. That's kind of what I mean, mostly. And on the release of 5.5, very excited for 5.55 and to finish this story and set up for Endwalker later this year. Let me know if you guys are excited. And I'll see you guys next time. So, peace out, everyone.